What up, G's? Real quick, I wanted to make a new video talking about school, specifically high school because I'm out in college. I wanted to talk about why I regret not taking school seriously. I think school is, honestly, for the most part, very overrated. You will not, I don't know, the way I see it at least. I'm not in college right now. I just got out of high school a few months ago. I went into the workforce instead. And, while it's not the greatest, I don't necessarily regret my decision. And that's because I never really liked school and I never took it seriously. And while I do think that's fine, I just thought that it would bring value to young men if they realized that taking school seriously can really positively impact your life. So basically, why I think school is so important and why I regret not taking it seriously, it's not because of the money you can save from scholarships. It's not about I don't know what some benefits. It's not about what you can learn. It's not about any of that fucking bullshit. If I'm being honest, the main reason why I regret not taking school seriously is because that's time I could have been building up my discipline. So that way, whenever I was out of school, I had a really good discipline in life. People underestimate the power of discipline in your life and the ability to do the things that you want to do even when you don't want to do them, or the things you know you have to do when you don't want to do them. Now that I'm in the gym or I work out in the gym daily, I eat as clean as I can, I really am starting to appreciate that power that discipline holds over your life. And I think if I would have been building that up from a young age, I'm 18 now. If I was building that up at 10 years old, I did my homework every day. I studied effectively every day. I always kept up my assignments instead of, because all I did, let's talk about that first. Alright, the video just ended midway for some reason after I finished recording the rest of that, so I'm just gonna have to record it again. Instead of going to school and building my discipline, every day I'd get home, I'd fucking eat my ass off with so much junk food that I built so much fat. And I knew it was bad for me. I mean, maybe not to the extent that I know it's bad for me now, but I knew it was bad. I'd go to the video game console or whatever I'd play on, fucking spend hours, dude, hours every day. I would think, okay, let's see, I'd get home around 3:30. I'd get off. I'd eat something, probably a fucking microwave pizza for the Totino's or whatever they were. I'd eat an entire one, probably with some snacks on the side. Get home, get on Overwatch from 4 to 8 o'clock probably. Play fucking video games for 4 hours straight. And then, probably longer honestly, go eat an unhealthy ass dinner and play more video games or watch anime or whatever bullshit until 10 o'clock, probably way past that, and then I'd fall asleep, wake up the next day, go to school, and just completely slack off the entire day. Try and pay attention, but I never could. I wonder why. I was fucking loaded on terrible ass food and almost no sleep because of the fact that, I was playing video games and watching anime all the time. It was fucking disgusting, honestly. And what I regret the most about all that is the discipline I missed out on building. Because you gotta realize, guys, is that discipline is almost like a mental muscle, right? So when you work, to build a muscle, right, you have to work it out, right? And it's gonna when you work out your muscle, it's going to get sore and fatigued, and it's going to come back stronger though, right? So when you build that discipline muscle, it basically is like, okay, well, I'm going to try and do this, right? I'm going to stick to this thing for however long, right? Well, eventually you can't stick to it anymore. So that's basically your discipline muscle in your mind getting sore, right? And then the next time you go to use your discipline, it's going to be a little bit stronger. And what I regret is that sorry, my throat hurts. What I regret is not building that muscle up whenever I had the chance to in a very stress-free environment. I'm not gonna say I was stress-free because honestly, like, it's kind of weird how being lazy and fat fucking stresses you out. But anyways, I had the time, the know-how, the ball. I had everything available to me to build that discipline muscle, but I didn't. And I could have gotten. I knew I had to do my homework. I knew I had assignments to do. I knew I shouldn't be playing hours of video games. I knew I shouldn't be eating as bad as I did. All of that. I knew everything. I knew all that. I knew it all. I knew it was all bad, but I still did it. And what I really regret is that if I would have just taken advantage of the time and built that discipline muscle, I could be in a much better place right now. Eventually, towards my later years in high school, I want to say around 15, I started finally building some sort of discipline. It wasn't through school though. It was through self-discipline or self-improvement. I started NoFap at one point. I went to the gym. I started eating a little bit healthier, and I'm so grateful I did that. I'm so grateful for my uncle who got me into all that. Not NoFap, obvious, because he's old. He didn't know what the fuck that was. But if I didn't do that stuff, then I don't even know where I'd be right now. I already feel like I'm a fat fuck, and I've lost fucking 70 pounds and put on 20 pounds of muscle, or I don't know how much muscle I've actually put on, but so I can only imagine what my self-image would be if I didn't do those things. But basically the point I want to say is discipline has to be built, guys, and those are the best years of your life to build discipline. It's literally a platform that positively reinforces you to build discipline. I didn't take advantage of that though. I wasted all that time for the most part. And like I said, it's not about the colleges that you can get into. It's not about the money that you can save or any bullshit like that. All right, guys, it's not about that. It's about the mental mind muscle getting stronger when you actually follow what you know you need to do. Because at the end of the day, in order to improve at something, in order to improve at something, you have to do it even when you don't want to. You have to do the hard work even when you don't want to. And that's like a fucking, I don't know, a line. Yeah, we'll just say that. A line you'll hear from everyone. Because doing the work when you don't want to, it's gotta be the most effective way to get to your end goal. And the only way you're gonna do that is by discipline. Discipline, discipline, discipline. I don't care who you are, you need discipline to get money, to get girls, to get muscles. Every single thing you possibly could want in this world, discipline will get you there. One other light topic I wanted to talk about regarding school and regretting things that I could have done is not taking advantage of the social aspects of school. You don't realize it until you're out of school about how hard it is to actually make friends and connect with people. And part of it is because I was a socially awkward nerd because I didn't fucking interact with people in school. When it's the easiest place to interact with people. Literally, you're fucking surrounded by hundreds of students. Most of them are all your age, and you all have very similar topics that you like to talk about or to discuss. You relate in so many ways. You can literally just talk to anyone about anything for the most part, and you will find a friend. Maybe they're not true friends, but they're people to talk to and practice your social skills on, guys. Listen to me. You have to interact with other people. And I'm really starting to appreciate how easy it was back then, because now that I'm out of school, I moved to a different city. I don't have any of my friends nearby. Um, you really don't realize how hard it is to actually interact with people. Not that I can interact with anyone in public. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, it's hard to find actual good friends. So you gotta appreciate that it's so much easier in school than when you're out of school. That's one thing. If I had to recommend somebody to something, it's join the clubs that you find interesting. Maybe you say you don't find anything interesting. That's bullshit. Fucking read through them and go, oh, I want to try that, and try it. Like tennis, fucking chess club, fucking powerlifting. I did try powerlifting, obviously. That was probably the best decision I could have made. But uh, football, even though I'm not a big fan of football, anything that piques your interest, fucking try it, dude. It's it's such a great way to make good friends and stuff like that. And you won't get that outside of school, guys. So take advantage of it. If you're listening to me and you're a young man, um, I beg of you, not for my sake, because obviously I don't benefit from it, but for your own sake, so you don't have a list of regrets later on in your life, because that's what life is about. Is living your life in the way that you won't have regrets. At least that's like part of it for me. Take advantage of the time you have in school, guys. Build that discipline, build that friend group, build those social skills. This is the best time, guys. So keep at it, keep going, and don't look back. See you, boys. Y'all have a good night.